Montgomery County, a 17-year-old student is accused of assaulting his basketball coach. Officials say that Javen Allen and his 22-year-old brother Jarek were both arrested. This was all after Willis and Conroe game Tuesday night. The Willis coach said that Javen was benched from the game because of his behavior towards an opposing player. When they got back to school, he and Jarek confronted him and began assaulting him. The coach had injuries to his head, neck, face, and arms.
How you doing? This is Nathaniel Source from Swope Center. Today, I want to talk about a Willis High School basketball player. He and his brother assaulted a coach after the player was benched during the game against Conroe High School. I'm going to read you the article from Fox 26 in Houston. Willis, Texas. A Willis ISD basketball coach was assaulted by two men after going back to school from a game in Conroe. On December 5th, 2023, around 9:52 p.m., the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to Willis High School about an assault that occurred in the parking lot at the school. According to the victim, who is a coach for Willis ISD, he was assaulted by several individuals, including a student identified as Javen Allen, 17 years old, when they returned to school after Willis and Conroe's game. The coach says Javen was benched at the game due to his behavior toward an opposing team player, which infuriated Javen and his family. Upon returning to Willis High School, Javen and his family were waiting in the parking lot. The coach went into the school, and when he went out into the parking lot, Javen and his family were still there. They approached the coach and then began a verbal confrontation in which Javen was led to Javen punching the victim in the face. At the same time, Javen's brothers Jarek Allen, 22, also began assaulting the coach. Another coach witnessed the assault and attempted to break it up along with several unidentified bystanders. Once the fight broke up, both suspects fled the scene. During the investigation, deputies reviewed the video surveillance and interviewed witnesses corroborating the victim's facts. Deputies also noted the victim had injuries to the to the head, neck, face, and arms as a result of the assault. Deputies located both suspects and placed them under arrest for assault on a public servant and transported them to the Montgomery County Jail. Javen and Jarek have been released from the Montgomery County Jail after posting a $23,000 bond each. This is just sad news of the coach getting attacked. Also in the Dallas, Texas area, if you remember, the football coach was shot and killed after a confrontation with the parent of the player and the brother of the player. Seems to be, like I said, just more and more dangerous to coach youth sports. One of the sad things about this is that we're probably going to get less black men and possibly even black women willing to volunteer and willing, even if they're going to be paid to coach, because it's so dangerous. Now, if you bench a player or discipline a player, you have parents wanting to attack you, siblings wanting to attack you. Even when I was coaching, I had a player when I was coaching at Prosser High School that was, I believed he was a shooter, and he could shoot really well. But the parent, his mom and his brother, wanted him to be more of a ball handler, so I would put him in more of a shooting. And after a game, his mom and the brother approached me saying, well, why my son's not playing and this and that. And I was just like, I believe in my evaluation that he's a really good shooter. And his brother was upset. It was like, he's not a shooter, So we see parents and siblings becoming more and more sensitive to what the coaches are doing. If you're going to allow your children to play youth sports, you have to allow the coach to coach your kid as they see fit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, you can transfer schools or only play them AAU. But we have to stop attacking coaches. Unless that coach is screaming and yelling at something you don't like. But we have to be able to go there to the school the next morning, talk to the principal, talk to the coach, say, hey, I didn't like this. Can we sit down and have a meeting about it? But the fact that you would attack a coach is just is inappropriate, and it's something that should not be done, to where coaches have to feel that they are scared that they may lose their life or get attacked because parents are upset or parents do not approve. Like I said, the times are just changing recently. Bob Knight passed away, and a lot of the old school coaches, the way they used to do things, where the way they used to discipline players, is just not happening anymore. We used to have players that used to scold players, like get in their face, cuss them out, things like that, and that's just not the way anymore. A lot of parents are not accepting that. But even if they're not accepting that, a lot of these parents, and even the players, we have to stop attacking coaches. We see more and more of these fights and disagreements between players, fans, and referees. When referees are getting into it with players, referees are getting into it with parents, coaches are getting into it with referees, coaches are getting into it with parents, coaches are getting into it with their players. Um, and so hopefully these things can start to ease. And we had a big, huge, I believe it was an AAU fight between a parent and a referee last year in Chicago, Illinois. I believe it was in Indiana. And but like I said, we have to do better with these youth sports because it is very important to the community and to the world. These kids being able to play in high school ball, AAU ball, and it's sad that it's gotten to the point where coaches are being attacked. These players or these parents are literally waiting on coaches after the game and getting into it with them. But so this is something that I believe it has to change. I don't have any kids, but if I did have a kid, I have to allow that coach to coach my son. If it's something that I don't like, I can transfer my son to a different school, or I can talk to the principal. We can meet about it. But thinking it's okay to attack a coach is just very, inappropriate. That's the same as just thinking it's okay to attack a teacher. And we cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? And even when I was coaching soccer recently, my soccer player got into a fight with the other soccer team's player, and me and the coach was, kind of arguing, and the parents are running. Like, these parents are so irate to start a fight. These parents are so irate for something to go down. Like, you're not going to do something. Like, there's no a parent calming down and say, we're going to take care of this the right way. We're going to send an email. Like, everybody's just willing to risk everything to, throw the baby out with the bathwater and attacking players or attacking coaches or attacking referees. And it must come to a stop. Like, we have to do better within our communities, within our youth sports, to make it safe for everybody to come watch the game, make it safe for coaches to go home, make it safe for referees to come home. And we got to get that control back now. It could have been like this for a way longer time than what we were reporting on for the last couple of years, but the youth sports has to improve to keep things safer for the whole community. Again, it's very sad that what happened to the coach. Um, Even though they posted bond to see what's going to happen to the player, I believe he's done for this season. Will they allow him back next season? Will they suspend him from school? Or we have to transfer school? This is definitely a serious offense. Again, this is Nathaniel Swopes, and Swopes Said signing out. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for subscribing. I know I've been away for a while, but it's time to get back at it. You all have a good one.